There we go. Now
Already
we're
breaking
now
things.
we're,
All right, we're going. Welcome to this special stream. I guess it pre-Christmas, even though you guys are going to see a totally different episode before Christmas. But for us, it's before Christmas. It's a special episode. We have a special unboxing today, and we're drinking. And while I was asked, "Is this all for show?" I will do my best to get through the entirety of it before time elapses.
In an
and
hour
given
and
my
a half,
history with
you
how
fucking
quickly I eat and drink,
psychopath.
it's probably going to happen.
Just try to give yourself alcohol poisoning.
If this would be enough, I'd be surprised. I don't want to say I'm a good alcoholic because I don't really drink that often anymore. But in my earlier years as a drinker, this would have been nothing.
That's
as
a
far
Tuesday
as
night right
alcohol
there.
consumption. So, and you know what? That is probably accurate considering the schedule I was working at the time was like Wednesday through Friday and then every other Saturday. So a Tuesday night, that would have probably been accurate.
I do think it's also really telling that you have two waters there.
Well, dude, my pregame this morning before you're recording, I already got a pretty hearty meal in me. And I was pre-gaming with I probably already put down like a half gallon of water. So we're good. I'm ready to roll.
You gotta hydrate yourself before you dehydrate yourself.
And honestly, I'm starting out with just the hard ciders. So those go down quick. I mean,
those do go down quick. And
they do.
I just have your bog standard.
You went with the classic, the banquet.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, I like it.
So cheap. Are we gonna? It doesn't taste like. I figured we were just gonna put this away real quick.
Let's put it away. Let's do it.
Oh, that's cold. Oh, it's very cold.
It's cold and delicious. All right, so we're one and done already.
Well, mostly. I have 16-ounce cans instead of 12.
Oh.
So I put the whole thing away. There we go.
Number 2's ready to rock.
Number 2. I haven't drank beer in a while.
All right, don't die. This is not what we want.
This just reminds me of a friend. We would always we'd go out to the bar or whatever, like McMinimans or something, and he'd order a beer. And as soon as he'd just order something cheap, like whatever $2 tap they had, he'd order that. Oh, yeah. And whenever the waiter or waitress would bring it to him, they'd hand it to him, and he'd just go, "Hey, do you want to see a magic trick?" They're like, "Sure." And he'd just go down. He just put the whole thing down just in a second.
Was he one of those that just open throat and just straight back?
Yep, he was literally just pour it down his throat, just hot.
Here's the thing. I'm close to that, but I've never been able to achieve it. Like it's been right there. Like I can down and open it pretty fucking quick, but I'm not at that point where it's just like straight open and just all the way back.
You know what that means is you know how to get better, right?
Yeah.
You gotta suck more dick.
More dick. Bring out the knee pads. Get to work. It's practice time.
You put actually weak numbers.
Weak numbers. I like how we're not even like inebriated and it's already started with just the terrible crass humor that I'm sure we're both going to have by the end of the episode.
That just indicates who we are as people.
It's true. So speaking of just really cheap beer, we actually this was years ago, so I doubt it's still. I don't even know if they're still open. But there was a strip club in Portland, Rose City Strip, and they had dollar PBRs that you could buy. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, dude! We went there a few times and just got so fucking drunk. In fact, that leads
that reminds me of another time I went to another bar with the same friend, and they had dollar PBRs. Fine, whatever. I get one. And he's just like, "Oh yeah, I'll take 2." And he's like, "Oh, I need." And the bartender was like, "Oh, I need both IDs." And he's like, "No, they're both for me." And it's like, "I can't give you 2 drinks."
Really? Is that a thing?
You can't
I don't know
order
if that's
two drinks from a bar. You can't order two drinks from yourself. Like he was at the bar.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like if it's beer, if you could order a pitcher of beer, then you should be able to have like two, just two fucking glasses.
Yeah, because
Two
I'm
pint.
assuming he was just gonna start putting them away.
Yeah. I mean, my usual when we used to go out drinking was always start with a beer and then just a straight shot of tequila and
Ugh.
just rotate in some more beers and an occasional shot here and there. It put me right at that perfect spot, where it's like, obviously I'm not super inebriated, uncontrollable, which the funny thing is me blackout drunk, because that's only happened once in my life. I don't remember if I told you that story.
I think you might have.
I probably did. I'll probably have to tell it again for the podcast because it's fantastic. But even me completely blackout drunk, I just want to sleep. I don't get rowdy. I don't get like angry. I'm just like, fucking leave me alone. What the hell are you doing? So I'm like a bear going into hibernation when I black out. Apparently,
I've gotten blackout drunk 3 times, but the first time it happened is definitely the most interesting because I could tell you what happened from my perspective, and then I could tell you what happened from all my friends' perspectives.
yeah. That's usually how it goes.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, because I don't remember much from mine. There were very few moments that it's like I remember them trying to feed me food. So they're like, this alcohol needs to get soaked up like quick. And I was like, this is dry and shitty. And they're like, the next day they're like, those were the greasiest fucking fries on the planet. Congratulations. They tried to put bowling shoes on me. That was not happening.
Why did they? Were you bowling?
We went to a bowling alley.
Okay.
So here, I'm just going to tell the story. So it was me and my cousin and his wife and her sister and her sister's friend. So there's 5 of us total, including me. And I went to my cousin's house because I knew his wife, she's always the DD. She never drinks anyways. So I was like, perfect, awesome. My night's set. So I get to his house and we start off with like rum and cokes. And I didn't know at the time she was making them. And she was putting like 5 or 6 shots of rum in there for the cokes. I mean, they were fairly large glasses, like yay big. But that's still like a lot.
So it's like a glass of rum with a splash of Coke.
Pretty much, yeah. And so I had a couple of the. No, I think I had only one of those. But then it was like, oh, we have some tequila here, and her sister was like, oh, we should do shots, and I was like, let's line them up. This isn't new for me, like. I'm actually really good with tequila. It's really weird. It's one of the few alcohols where I can drink it, and be completely fine. As far as I have a clear mind, I know what's going on.
You and
it's
Juliana,
not one.
Man.
I don't know.
I can't stand tequila. I hate it.
So we did. I think I did 2 or 3 shots of tequila already with the rum in the system. Wasn't feeling anything, so I was feeling pretty good. And then I had a beer just before we left. So we go to my cousin's father-in-law's house. He's going to watch the grandkids for the night, because we're going to all go out drinking. We're all being responsible. That's what responsible people do. So we get there, and he was telling us about this scotch that he got. He was like, "You guys want like a glass of scotch?" And I was like, "Do it."
If I ever say no, put me in the ground because I'm obviously
dead. Yeah, so I was like, of course, yeah, let's do this. And so we were drinking, and we got on the subject of just alcohol from different countries, and the one thing he said that he was like, he goes, "Yeah, I have a friend who actually sends me absinthe from Germany, so it's German absinthe.
Oh,
so it's the good stuff.
Shit.
It's the good stuff. It's not the watered down American version that doesn't actually use wormwood." So he was like, do you want to try it? And I was like, well, yeah, sign me up. Like, this is the night to remember now.
Yeah.
So he makes it traditional. He's got the sugar cube that he's melting into it.
Pours the warm water over it to get stirring it. Yeah.
To melt it.
So it tastes like
goes all.
But
you want to know? I honestly don't remember what it tasted like.
I don't feel
like it was bad.
But I've tried absinthe once. and granted, it was like American absinthe, but I just remember it tasted like black licorice.
Yeah, I don't think it tasted like black licorice. I would have remembered that.
If it was real, it probably didn't taste like
Yeah.
that. They probably like using wormwood. They probably all words.
Yes,
Come on,
they're
man.
hard.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
You're usually the better one with words. So.
I know, right? They probably replace wormwood with anise.
Yeah.
Which one's
I think it's pronounced anus, but you know,
that's what it tastes like.
But yeah, so I had the absinthe. Actually, I had a couple of those, and then one more scotch before we left. So at this point, I'm at like pretty much a glass of rum, 3 shots of tequila, a couple of beers, 2 things of scotch, and absinthe. And we get to the bowling alley.
So you're a ticking time bomb.
I'm taking time bomb at this point. So we get to the bowling alley. You know, we're lined up, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go pee. I was like, damn, I didn't want to crack the seal this early,
right?
But I was like, I gotta go take a piss. So I go pee. Absolute last thing I remember. Everything had basically hit me all at once at that point, and that was like the last thing I remember.
Wow.
And then it's like blips throughout the night.
Yep.
Like I remember them trying to put bowling shoes. Like I don't even remember getting back in line, but like they're trying to put bowling shoes on me. Like I'm gonna fucking bowl when I can't even like stand at this point. And like I remember them trying to feed me. And here's the best fucking part of the story is basically my cousin's wife is like, you need to take him to the bathroom. He needs to throw up. Like this man should not have this much alcohol in his system, obviously, you know. And so my cousin gets me in the bathroom, and it's like, all right, dude, you gotta try to throw up, man. You gotta try to throw up. And so I'm on my knees in front of this toilet, and I'm like trying to throw up. Nothing's coming out. I look back at him, and I'm like, I got nothing, right? And so I stand up, and I turn, and I look at him, and I just look at him for a second, and then I turn right back to the toilet and just bend over and just like, all not in the toilet, all around this fucking toilet, like not
everywhere, but.
And I stopped for like a brief minute to look back at him, and he's just in the corner, fucking dying, laughing like a horrified, what the fuck, but laughing because it's too much to handle. And I go right back to it, dude, and start going, just another round. And apparently, at some point, a guy walked in there and was like, everything going good? And like he was like, oh, you got it handled, brother. And he just walks out of there, dude. So he gets me out. He gets me out of the bathroom after I'm puking, and like at this point, I want to sleep. Like so, I'm just like laying down on this, like I'm sitting on a stool and like kind of laying on like the table there, and apparently they had to close that bathroom down. They were like, yeah, we can't have this. This is like a chemical nightmare, biohazard. It's like, we got to shut it down. And at that point, my cousin's wife is like, all right, we just need to get him fucking home. She was like, you guys finish up bowling. I'm going to take him home. And I guess they walked me like through the bar to get me out of there, like as quick as possible. I guess like other people were like patting me on the back, going, yeah, brother, like way to go. Just like cheering me on. It's like, yeah, doing good. And then so then there's the ride home, which I'm literally like a fucking dog, head out the window, you know, the roll down window, just like watching shit go by. And like I remember we're like going down this fucking hill, and like I'm looking at the trees, and I'm just seeing shit in the trees, like just shit flying around in the trees. And I attribute that to the absinthe, because I know that you can start seeing shit
if it's the good
occasionally
shit.
If it's the good shit. And I guess at some point, my cousin's wife, she told me, she's like, yeah, I had some dude tailgating me at one point, but apparently you started puking and he backed way the fuck off. So apologies to that guy. And then I had I had to wash that car a day later,
rightfully so,
because obviously there was vomit on the side of it. But yeah, the next thing I remember, dude, I woke up in a chair in a recliner with just a bucket in my lap, and I was like, "The fuck happened?" And I felt like fine. I didn't have like a hangover. Like I woke up the next morning and she made pancakes for everybody, and I had like four fucking like a stack of pancakes. I was like, dude, I feel great. Like I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I was like, I feel fantastic. And then and then I went home. I took like a hot shower, and apparently I looked like complete dog shit. Like, but I was like, I don't feel bad, so I guess I'm okay. But yeah, that was the one time I blacked out, and I don't think I've ever come close like that again. Maybe once or twice, but not to that point where I don't remember shit. Like I knew I was at that point. I was like, I just need to like start cutting it and just start down in water.
Slow down. Yeah.
But that one hit me out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know. I knew I was buzzed, and then it went from buzz to just total blackout, and I was just like, holy shit. So
0 to
that was the one time,
real fucking quick.
Real quick. That was the one time and the only time I've ever blacked out, which is probably for the best.
So
yeah,
I've blacked out 3 times, but I only remember the first one.
All right.
Like I only have memories around the first one. So I'm at a party, and conveniently this is the same guy who has his magic trick. A lot of drinking stories with that guy. And like I hung out with him a lot in my early 20s, and it was like every weekend for like 3 months solid we would just go have a party at his house.
Yeah.
Conveniently his name is Johnny. Go hang out at Johnny's house, have a party. Like
Johnny,
he
lived. His last name Silverhand.
Yeah, fucking wish, man. And he lives up like between Vancouver and Battleground ish, like, and he lived in like a double wide off the side of the road.
Oh shit!
So like he had no neighbors. No, yeah. I mean he went to the same high school as us, but he was not always there because he was in a program that was off site all the time. So
was he same year as you, or
he was a year older than me? So he was class of 2007.
Oh shit! I'll have to look up here, but that'd be funny.
Anyway, so he lived like he had like very few neighbors. He had a horse. It was his mom's horse, and she would always get pissed off if you'd fuck with the horse too much because that horse was her spirit animal, and his name was Thundar. Not Thunder, Thundar.
Thundar. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And crying shame, the horse got like, side note, the horse ended up getting out one day, and they lived right next to the main highway that goes between Vancouver and Battleground, and he got hit by a car.
Jesus, how do you? All right. First question: was it at night? Because that's the only way I see you hitting a fucking horse on the highway.
Probably at night. The horse was dumb. There was one girl that we'd always party with that whenever she came around, the horse would just get a raging erection. Every time she showed up at his house, this horse would just pop a boner. It was the funniest fucking thing.
Wow.
But another friend of mine was always so upset because he wanted to break Thundar. He wanted to ride that motherfucking horse because the horse was a beautiful horse.
Yeah.
But it is just, she didn't want anybody riding him. She didn't want anyone touching him. Like, that was her spirit animal. That was how she treated that animal. So we would always
spirit animal.
Oh, I know, right? But we would always go to Johnny's house and have a party. And like we had a fight club for a while. I shit you not. We had like a body shot only, tap out whenever fight club. I did it like 3 times.
I may know Johnny because I proposed a fucking fight club in high school. And the fact that it happened makes me assume that Johnny was in on this information. We knew the same mutual people.
So he's most frequently known by for a while he was very frequently known by his online handle, which was Star Waffle. It just happened. So we called it Star Waffle's House of Pain.
Oh, Jesus.
So we called it Swap. We had a Facebook group and everything. Yeah, no, it had
shit.
it ended when there was a a signature fight between two brothers.
Yeah.
So it was like Johnny's best friend and his little brother went into it, and the little brother was super drunk going into it, and he had some shit to go through. Apparently, he had some stuff he was working out against his brother. So he ended up just being super ragey, punchy, and like we had to call it off, and like it ended up being not cool. Anyway, I don't remember the exact pretense of this particular event, but I had several drinks. Boy howdy, I got drunk, and apparently I got really rowdy. And the last thing I remember doing. So it's a double wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny's room was all the way at the far end of the house. So like there's the main door you go in, and then there's the far end of the house. That's where Johnny's room was. The last thing I remember was full sprint through the house, and I reach the like Johnny's door, and I dive toward his bed.
Oh my God.
Dive and I turn, and I went head first to the wall.
Oh shit!
Like the back of my head just slams through the wall, not through the wall, but into the wall. And I went,
that's good stuff.
Wham! And I remember checking, seeing no blood, and went, oh good, no blood. Out. That's the last thing I like distinctly remember before the blips.
Oh, good, no blood, just a massive concussion that I won't remember because I'm really drunk. All right, that's good.
Right, so I'm apparently they left me there for a while, and apparently I also threw up because the next thing I remember is my friend bowling a pot at me to throw up in. I guess I rolled off of the bed, or they rolled me off of the bed to pull all the sheets off when I first threw up. And then I just remember looking up and seeing my friend just bowl a pot at my face. Then I went, oh, cool. And that's the absolute last thing I remember. The next morning, I wake up and I open my eyes and everything is white.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
And I remember absolutely panicking. And it wasn't, oh God, I'm in the hospital. Oh God, I'm hurt or something. It was, oh my God, I'm dead and I'm in heaven now.
Oh, my first thought would be like, fuck, I'm blind. Like that was
the first thought. And then I rolled over and there's a shower head. And I went, okay, I'm in the bathtub.
Ah, you're in the bathtub. Okay. I'd be like, God damn it, I'm blind. This is the worst fucking case ever.
It was, oh God, okay. Oh, I'm in the bathtub. Okay, and I was like, yeah, I'll just roll over and go back to sleep. But I couldn't because I'm in the fucking bathtub, and I was aware of the fact that I was in the bathtub, so I couldn't get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I get up.
That's what I draw a nice warm bath, I get back in and fall back asleep.
So I wake up, and I go look in the mirror, and I look like shit, obviously. And I go
As
out.
Most people do. After a night of drinking.
I go out into the living room, and most people are still up. Apparently, it's like 5 a.m.
And they're still going hard?
They're still they weren't going hard. They were just sitting there hanging out. They weren't going hard, but they were all sitting around. A couple of them were still drinking, and they were just having a party. They were still hanging out. I walk out to fucking Cheers. Oh my God, he's alive! Holy shit, dude! And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. I got this. Yeah, we're great. Woo!
There may be damage in a few years. Well, I don't know it until now.
Yeah, right. This is like 8 years ago now. Shit, no, not even. This was 10 years ago. Fuck. I wasn't even 21 at the time. And wow. So I eventually,
underage drinking.
Wait for it. So I go and I'm sitting there and I'm just sitting in the middle of the room, kind of listening to everybody talk. Not hungover. Again, I felt fine.
Oh yeah, because you threw up probably numerous times.
Yeah, No, I felt fine, so I wasn't hungover. I was just like, I'm tired and poopy, whatever, fine. And then like the more I'm awake, I'm like, man, my back hurts. Like my back stings. I'm like, yeah, my back really stings. Like what? Okay. And then I lift and they're like, does it? And I lift my shirt up and I just get ew.
Shit.
So I was like, what? And they're like, just go look in the mirror. So I go back to the bathroom and I lift my shirt up, and all down my back, like down my entire back, is rug burn.
Yeah. Oh God.
Because apparently they went to carry me to the bathtub, but one of the fucking morons who was doing it, apparently the guy on my head, dropped me.
Excellent.
And they
so
just
you had a second concussion.
They just went, fuck it, and dragged me the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's
so they just dragged me on my back.
That is amazing,
right?
That's
they just dragged me on my back as I just
wow.
Fucking... Oh man, that was a hell of a ride. So yeah, then I had to deal with that for like 3 weeks. Just rug burn on my back, sleeping on my stomach every night.
Oh, as a stomach sleeper, I see no issue with this, but that's rough.
I mean, I'm mostly a side sleeper, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were our stupid drinking stories.
Yeah, I mean, I have more, but we have a lot to get to in this episode,
right?
So what? Steam Awards? Should we dive right into
Steam
this?
Awards. So do we want to start with Game of the Year or end with Game of the Year?
Let's end it. So let's just do backwards. So we'll start with
sit back and relax. Okay.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
You go. We'll alternate. So you go first this one. I'll go first on the next one.
All right. So sit back and relax. I voted for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I figured that would be a fan favorite, but I personally went with Untitled Goose Game.
That is a pretty good sit back and relax game.
That is a pretty good
for me,
because it's like it makes you think, but you don't have to like put a whole ton of effort into the controls.
Yeah, and I guess the same is kind of for Flight Sim. I mean, once you're in the air, just looking at everything, it's just
absolutely.
The game's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
I got to be honest. All the technology they put into it, it's like holy shit.
I fully expect Flight Simulator to win. Just
probably.
My vote personally went for Untitled Goose Game. That
which I can respect.
If there was a game in a category that I have experience with, that's what I voted for. Because that's I can actually vouch for.
Yeah. I put mine mostly on a few things. Did I play it? Did I watch somebody play it and thoroughly enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess those are the two things. I don't have a third.
And, I don't even know why I started counting. Like if you have some sort of experience where you can vouch for what the game provides.
Yeah. But I wasn't just like throwing it in there because this was a hot title. Let's vote for this one.
I think I did. Oh, this is a hot title once or twice, but for the most part, oh no, I have experience, or I've at least watched somebody play everything I voted for, or a preceding title.
Yeah.
So I might not have played that specific game, but it's a sequel to a game I have played and enjoyed.
Ah, yes.
So,
all right. So
best soundtrack. I voted for Persona 4.
I also voted for Persona 4.
Because it's like I listened to it and because I watched all the videos for every category, and they had the video like showcasing everything. And like, of course, Doom Eternal was in there. That's probably gonna win. But
it probably is. But here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Doom Eternal has a lot of awesome things to it. I don't think the Doom Eternal soundtrack is one of them. The Doom 2016 Doom has a fantastic soundtrack, and I would attribute that to the fact that Mick Gordon did the entire thing. He did not do the entire thing for Doom Eternal. So there's elements in there that are totally not him, and I think really don't give the game the same feeling that Doom 2016 had.
And like again, I can't personally vouch for Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
But I can't vouch for Doom Eternal, but I have like, and I do remember trying to listen to the Doom Eternal soundtrack, and I'm like, this just isn't as good.
Yeah, no, I downloaded it.
This just does not hit the same as the first Doom soundtrack.
Yeah, Doom 2016 soundtrack. I will listen to that at least once a month.
I will.
It's on a rotation where I listen to it at least once a month.
When I get in a mood, I'll just put Rip and Tear on repeat.
It's a yeah. See, that's the thing. We can talk about the Doom 2016 soundtrack and be like, yes, that is a good soundtrack.
There were some cool elements to the Doom Eternal soundtrack. Like he brought in that metal choir, where he brought in like actual like a large amount of metal singers and had them sing a chorus in like, you know, the growl.
Yeah.
But like I listened to that soundtrack and I listened to that track and I was like, eh.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same grab that the original Doom 2016 soundtrack had. And it's unfortunate. It's still good, but I don't think it is the best soundtrack of 2020.
What else was in the soundtrack?
They had like Need for Speed.
Like Need for Speed was just like, but why?
Yeah, like that makes sense. That seemed like
Halo feels forced.
Halo, it's like, look, I wouldn't put it for the 2020 because it's the Master Chief Collection. These are all games from the past,
and like, and really there were a few things that it's like it came to Steam in 2020. Like Persona 4 came out in like 2009.
Yes,
but it came to Steam in 2020.
But to be fair, I feel like Persona as a game series I feel like it doesn't have as big of a following as something like Halo, where I don't want to say it's a niche game series.
It's
definitely one.
It's a very different following from Halo.
It's a different following, and being that it was PlayStation exclusive up until they started releasing Personas on PC.
The only Persona game on PC is Persona 4.
Yeah, so hopefully they bring the other ones, but
right. First off, I need to finish Persona 4, but then Cyberpunk came out.
Yes, that is a problem. All right. So I figured we would be on the same with that soundtrack one.
And like it was, again, I went and I listened to the music in each of the videos, each of the clips that they showed of each, and like I let myself, vibe whenever the vibe was there. And like Doom Eternal was like, yeah, Doom Eternal, whatever. Halo is Halo. Helltaker, I don't even remember that one. Need for Speed is just like, okay, well, here's just a bunch of rap songs that we shoved into a game. And then like I found myself fucking jamming to Persona 4.
Yeah.
Because they just like, and they even only just played not the best song from the game. Because they just put the battle music.
Yeah.
Which is still great.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed that.
Next is outstanding visual
style. For me, it's Ori and the Will-O-Wisp.
Same.
100%. Battlefield 5. Why? That we have several games like that. That I honestly feel like that was a weird submission. The Avengers. No, that game was awful. Just going by the fact that nobody plays it anymore.
Right. Black Mesa. And like, I've never seen anything about there is no game, and even the thing that's supposed to showcase the game doesn't have gameplay.
So that was kind of like, okay, and Ori, both games have fantastic visual styles.
I've only ever played some of the first game, beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. I was thrilled to hear that there's a sequel. I'm excited to play the sequel.
Yeah. And the sequel itself, honestly, I would say looks better than the original.
Yeah.
Like they really
they
pushed even
refined the look.
Yeah.
Because Ori's already a very stylistic game.
It is. And it's a good stylistic too. It's not one that feels forced. It's gorgeous. It gets you involved. You feel like you it makes you feel like you care about the environment.
Yes.
Which very few games I feel don't do that enough.
Because I first played Ori and the Blind Forest when Juliana and I were trying to do YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our YouTube channel, and I was just like, oh, hey, this looks cute. And I started playing, and I was like, this game is fucking amazing. It's hard, but it's amazing.
It's hard. And have you seen some of the speedruns for it, too?
Oh, I haven't, but I don't doubt that they're incredible.
They are ridiculously incredible. I'd go check those out. I know they've done some on the AGDQ and Summer Games Done Quick and everything.
I'm sure.
So
I'll look for an AGDQ run.
Yeah, fantastic runs.
Watching platformer speedruns is absolutely insane.
Actually, if I remember right, when was it? I don't remember the exact year, but they had the developers there watching the speedrun. And even the developers were like, this is incredible. Like, we had no idea this was possible. So
those are nice. Those are really nice moments to see the developers go, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, they were very much thrilled that people were able to do what they were able to do. So, best game you suck at. This category, you want to be honest, was honestly terrible.
It's
I feel
kind
all
of
the nominations were bad.
Like the category itself is just shit.
Yeah,
but
I would say so.
And
I don't know, the games they nominated were just didn't seem great. I here's the thing, I've only played on that list Apex.
Same.
So I had to put it because I have no say on anything else.
I've seen gameplay of GTFO and it looks interesting, but it's also one of those games that's just designed to be hard.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's still in early access too. I don't think it's full release yet.
I will say Ghost Runner looks really good.
It looks good, but I haven't played it. I don't think I've seen anybody play it either.
I haven't seen anybody play it. I haven't played it, but it looks interesting to me. I saw that and I was like, okay, wish list. But beyond that, I have no experience with it. I've seen some gameplay of GTFO and holy shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
but the only game I have personal experience with is Apex Legends. And I was like, and even then it's just that I always hate that category because it's always really shitty games.
It usually is, which it sucks, but
apparently people I was about to say who the fuck gives a shit about Crusader Kings, and I was like, obviously a bunch of people because it's in this category.
In there.
It's in there.
Like it got a percentage, which is just insane to
me. Okay.
All right. Outstanding story-rich game. This one I feel a little biased towards, but I felt like it was I did good. What'd you choose?
I went with Detroit Become Human.
Okay. See, I had to go with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I knew that was going to
Personally for me, just because, well, for one, it's the only, well, I've played Red Dead Redemption 2, but I feel like there's a lot of issues with that game. And I've played a little bit of Metro Exodus, but for me, Horizon, it was one of the few games where I got sucked in. I found everything lore-wise that I could. I read everything in the fucking game. I finished the game, and it was a game that I didn't spoil for myself on Twitch. And it's one of the few games where I got emotional, and actually there were tears because it was just like, God damn, that is a good fucking ending to a game.
As it should be.
So for me, that was like a no-brainer. You know, for what faults you may try to give that game, for me it was like that was a solid ending to that first game.
Yeah, I definitely recognize that it's a phenomenal game, it just didn't grab me like I thought it would. I was super excited to play it. I was like, hell yeah, that looks awesome. The gameplay looks cool, but it didn't hook me.
Yeah,
you know? Which is fine.
Not every game's going to. That's,
exactly.
That's every game appeals to someone different.
I've only personally watched playthroughs of Detroit Become Human, but just having all of the choice available to you and having all of the options available.
Yeah. No, and that's I've also watched that game, and it's definitely not a bad game by any means. I would say that realistically, all 5 of those games are pretty damn good in different ways.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they all have merit to them.
Yeah. But yeah, that was mine.
Most innovative gameplay.
Oh, I'm curious what you did for this one. It was Noita for me.
Oh, really? I was expecting Death Stranding, but you don't have experience with Death Stranding yet. Or do you?
I have enough to know that it's I mean, it's not innovative gameplay though. It's a walking simulator. There's tons of those on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing really new about it.
Fair.
And with something like Noita, where it's a giant just alchemic experiment, which means you can turn anything into anything in that game with the right spells and shit. There was somebody who literally, and it's procedurally generated, but somebody literally turned the entire world into gold because of this combination of shit that they found.
Holy shit.
And they turned everything into gold. And it was like, what? You could just fucking turn the whole world into gold? Like, I was like, yep, you can do that.
See, I went with Superliminal.
That is... Oh, crap, I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay.
That's the game where
your perspective, right? Changes
everything is based on your perspective.
Yes, that is actually... Fuck, I forgot about that one. See, that makes me kind of want to change it, but at the same time, I'm happy with my choice because Noita does have innovative gameplay. This one has really good innovative gameplay as well. Damn.
See, making me think about this now. That was the thing that grabbed me about Superliminal, because it's also got, like, it's not just about the unique gameplay, it's also got snarky elements to it too, which I really enjoy. I did watch Markiplier did a full playthrough of it. It's only like a 2-hour game. But he did like sit down, play the game, beat it in one go. And it is actually a really interesting story, because the whole plot of the game is like...
That's good. I'm having another one.
The whole plot of the game is like, it's like a dream therapy sort of thing. And
that's interesting.
And the whole point of it is you're utilizing it's forcing you to pay attention to your perspective and how your perspective affects the way the world around you is.
Yeah. I like it. You got no complaints from me.
So I thought that was interesting, and the gameplay itself is actually really unique.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, considering it's very perspective driven, that changes everything.
Oh, you need a thing to be big, you make the thing big.
Yeah,
the thing to be small, cool. To make the thing small. Okay, Better with Friends.
This one wasn't too difficult, really. For me, it's Sea of Thieves.
I went with Borderlands 3 because that's what I have experience with.
Yeah.
I kind of get Fall Guys, like why Fall Guys is on there, and I totally get Sea of Thieves. I know that one's a good with friends game.
It's because here's the thing.
Because every time I've seen
nobody plays these.
Yeah, I've seen a ton of Let's Plays of Sea of Thieves, and it's always featuring 3 other people.
Yeah,
so it's obviously better with friends.
The game is terrible without people.
Yeah,
like if you're not playing with friends, you're just not playing the game.
Yeah.
But when you're playing with friends, that shit's awesome because you can just like raid people and
just go around
fuck up their ships,
be a fucking pirate.
Yeah. So for me, it was Sea of Thieves.
again, I have personal bias towards Borderlands 3. I'm not happy with the story, but every time I played with friends, I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. We should revisit that at some point,
At some
or
point,
I should just play it. I don't know. I
can't
just wish it
anymore.
grabbed me like
It
Borderlands
could
2
have been
did.
so much better. The story was
Yeah.
so bad.
Oh well,
It's
you know,
so bad.
it
Okay,
happens.
Labor of
What can we
Love,
do?
old games,
Labor of Love.
of course.
I
Fucking
honest on this.
Counter Strike is on here again.
Why I don't know because they
Counter
haven't
Strike's
changed anything.
always on the list every year.
For me personally, No Man's Sky. From where it started, they promised the fucking moon, but they delivered like a trash can at launch.
Right.
And where it is now, they have delivered more than what they have promised at this point. I mean, it's everything that they promised in the beginning and more.
I might have to give it a shot.
I would say
I'm still a little tangentially sore about it.
here's the thing that you got to think about. So all-time reviews for it are mixed still, because obviously there was a lot of hate in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Recent reviews, 95% positive.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly positive. That should show you the changes that they've made.
I've only heard good things about it within the last year, but everything I've heard about it within the last year has been positive.
Oh, it's from where it was to where it is now, it's not even the same game. But that just shows you, like, that is their labor of love. They've kept on just, hey, here's
they're
a new
committed
update.
to actually
Here's a new
making a
dude. They're beyond committed. Honestly, they've released at this point 3 fucking separate games just to improve upon No Man's Sky.
Well, and
it's all been free. Like none of it is DLC.
And that's the thing, is they've kind of been obligated to because of how hard the launch was.
Yeah, but I would say
because the No Man's Sky launch was way, way more brutal than Cyberpunk's was.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's not a question. But the thing is like at this point, like 2 updates ago, I would say they've delivered more than they promised, and now they're just going even further now. And like, hey, you guys want bigger worlds for you and your friends to play in? Now we can do this. We can expand. Hey, we expanded base building. Hey, we expanded more fucking, discovery. It's from where it started to where it was in the middle, where I would say, hey, they delivered on their promises, to where it is now. Now they're at the point where they're like over delivered on everything, and everybody loves it. Like, I would say it might be beyond a labor of love at this point. It might just be like, buy the game. It's fantastic.
See, and
I would definitely recommend it. Dude.
Now I feel kind of bad about picking The Witcher 3.
I don't know. The Witcher 3, is it a labor of love? There were issues. I feel like that's any CDPR game. There's going to be a few issues.
But they're about to completely re-release the game.
Oh, that's right, because
they're about to completely full re-release of the game. I don't know if they're going new engine, but they're updating everything.
They're updating. But see, here's the thing. Would you call that a labor of love in 2020, though? Or would that be a labor of love for 2021 when it actually comes out?
I've gotten several patches throughout 2020. They've been updating, they've been maintaining, they've been keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
I think they intended to have that update by the end of this year, but Cyberpunk got away from them.
Yeah.
I totally get.
I don't know.
I totally get, like, Terraria. I know they've been on top of Terraria. Oh, yeah. That's a very popular game. Speedruns of that game are hysterical.
I can't even believe that there's speedruns. Dude, I play Terraria and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like,
well, and like speedruns of Terraria are just like speedruns of Minecraft. It's that type of gameplay. And like,
yeah,
Among Us got popular this year, but it's not a labor of love. They didn't do a lot this year.
They didn't do a lot other than, hey, they were going to make an Among Us 2, but since the popularity of Among Us, they scrapped that to put more effort into
They're gonna
Among
take
Us.
they're gonna take everything that they were
So,
gonna put in two and just put it in one.
so I can see where the labor of love comes into play there.
Keeping
Why Counter-Strike
keeping the
is on that
servers
list is
up.
beyond me.
Keeping the servers up is the labor of love for Among Us. Shit.
Yeah. And again, why Counter-Strike is on that list, I don't know, because they probably added more loot boxes, but that's not really a labor of love. That's a labor of cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, Valve, I love you dearly. You've done a lot of good shit, but dude, I need more than just updates to Counter-Strike.
Heavy update when?
Yeah. Holy shit. Dude, you are never going to see a Team Fortress 2 update. That is never happening.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah. Which actually is funny. Going into VR Game of the Year, I chose Half-Life Alyx.
Same.
Because, look, as much as I just said, hey, Valve, do something, they actually did, and it was a good thing. So
right. The one thing Valve has actually done in the last 5 years is okay. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. And this doesn't come from experience playing it, because I don't personally do VR. I don't like to stand while I play games. So for me, that VR thing is kind of a very niche market. But but watching gameplay of that was fantastic. I thought they did a great job.
And I haven't seen a lot of Half-Life Alyx VR, but what I've seen of it has looked like some of the most stable VR experience.
Yeah, and that is honestly why I gave it.
Even just in the little blips they showed on this game on the preview video, it was the most stable game that just worked. It didn't look juddery. It didn't look stuttery as you're looking at things. It just did.
And the biggest thing for me also was the fact that everything in that world is rendered. Like, that's a big thing. I don't think a lot of VR games do full world rendering, so you can't interact with every object.
They put you in a spot and you can interact with what's in your immediate vicinity. But with Half-Life Alyx, you had the world at your disposal. And that's massive. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh man. Game of the year.
Game of the year. I feel like I don't know where we're at on this.
Do you want me to
You do yours.
All right, I voted Hades.
Same.
Yeah.
Cuz I like Red Dead Redemption 2, fine, great, whatever. Doom Eternal is a Doom game. Why the fuck is Fall Guys on there? Why the fuck is Fall Guys on there? Fall Guys doesn't need to be. Fall Guys was fun for a month.
Yeah.
After that, it stopped being fun because so the problem with Fall Guys is they didn't expect it to be as popular as it was.
Naturally.
So
nobody does.
Their set update schedule wasn't fast enough. So by the time it was massively popular, it got boring before an update could come out. So by the time an update came out, everybody had already moved on, specifically to Among Us. They went from one angry bean to another.
Yeah.
Death Stranding, I guess it's a Kojima game. Apparently.
It's a Kojima game. It's different, it does weird shit.
But Hades
game of the year though,
Hades just it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, Hades looks good. It plays good. And honestly, Supergiant has done so much for that game. Through early access and beyond, it's unreal.
Yeah.
And I think
as soon as I saw 30 seconds of the Hades, like, oh hey, here's what this game is, I was like, fucking wish list, man. That game looks incredible.
Yeah. Same. I mean, I need to play it, but I've watched other people play it, and it's just amazing. And then for me, Red Dead Redemption 2. Here's my problem with that. And it's a problem with Rockstar in general at this point. Rockstar has basically figured out that, hey, we make really good open world sandbox RPG online games. Um, and we can just charge people money to buy shit in those games. So we're not going to really do much except make people pay for shit. And with Red Dead Redemption 2 specifically, they've actually limited ways that you can make the premium currency. They've limited those ways, basically making it almost damn near impossible to get premium currency without buying it. So
Wow.
calling that game of the year is pretty much a slap in the face. Look, from what I've seen, the single player campaign is fantastic. People love it. But I cannot give it game of the year solely on that. I judge the entirety of the game, and their online is garbage. It is basically open world that is empty because there's either A, hackers, so you just get fucking killed when you go into towns, or nobody wants to actually do anything as far as like try to disturb the peace because everybody's just trying to make gold, which is even harder to make now.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to actually play multiplayer. So yeah, I could not give that game of the year. Doom, it's a Doom game. It's a good Doom game. I can't say it's a bad Doom game. I kind of was a little upset the fact that they gave Doom Guy a voice. That might be just a me thing, but
that's a horrible decision.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be like the silent protagonist.
The point of the
right?
Doom game is like the whole point of Doom is that Doom Guy is just
silent. He doesn't speak. He's just there.
Like, he exists in the world and is terrifying to everybody around him. That's the fucking point.
Yeah. Like you said, Fall Guys. Why is it there? I don't know. Death Stranding. It's a Kojima game. I still need to play through it. So I might. Watching it, I do like the fact that it is something simple like a walking simulator. But it's a walking simulator in, I think, a very well fleshed out world with a lot of interesting things thrown in.
I saw someone who did the old editor for the Game Grumps, Barry. He has a series that he does on his own channel called What About This Game?
Yeah.
Or How About This Game? And he did one for Death Stranding. And he's like, everybody's talking about it as a walking simulator, but it's actually an interesting walking simulator. And you have to manage, like, there are different things you have to manage. Your load has to be balanced properly. There are things you have to deal with. And it's like, it's got passive multiplayer to it in that, like, somebody sets up a zipline point. Everybody has access to that zipline point. So it's like, oh, hey, somebody realized there's a fucking shortcut here.
So, I mean, if anything, was it... So, if anything, the funny thing is it actually makes it more of a contender for the most innovative gameplay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
With just all those features. And, I mean, look, I still need to play it, so... I mean, maybe it'll be like one of those things where a couple months from now, I'll be like, man, I should have put that as my game of the year because of how good it is, or something like that. But I think right now, just going off of what they're showing me and what they're giving me to vote on, I mean, it has to be Hades. Hades just seems fantastic around.
Based on what's available now, Hades is the clear choice for me.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's our votes. Shit, we were pretty much even on everything.
We were evenly set for most things. There were a few things we had disagreements on, but we each had good reason for whatever disagreement we had.
Yeah. Look at that, being civil in 2020. What are the odds?
Novel concept.
Novel. How long have we been going?
We just hit an hour.
Is it time? Is it time for the unboxing?
Fucking, I'm set, man. I'm ready. I'm stoked.
Fucking go.
I'm fucking set.
Oh my god, the sunlight is coming through this fucking window at the worst like a goddamn time.
Fucking laser beam, dude.
It really is, man. You know what? I'm gonna close the blinds just a little bit. So give me like half a second.
Yep.
We're doing this live.
Woo!
We're doing it all live. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna switch some things around here.
All right.
Hop to that.
Felt like Bill O'Reilly Felt like Bill O'Reilly
Jump
just
to
now.
that one.
Fuck it, we'll do it
Hey,
live.
look at
Let's do
that.
this. All right.
There's all sorts of
The
goodies.
unboxing.
Unboxing.
So you know nothing about this.
I have no idea what's in this box.
I sent you a picture which gave you no fucking hints whatsoever.
Correct. I'm gonna delete that. That's annoying.
Let's see here. What else? I would say, look at the paperwork that's in there first,
Okay.
and then start taking stuff out. I went the full nines with this as far as I made custom shipping paperwork for you, custom parts,
Whole 9 yards. Okay.
the whole 9 yards. As you can see, you know what side is the top because of the little top.
The top written just very small right here.
And actually, you know what you should do? Shake it in front of your microphone so it gives you like nothing.
That's fucking in there, man. That's not going
It
anywhere.
is. I packed it so you couldn't even shake it to kind of even try to guess what's in there.
As far as I can tell, this is just a box-sized block.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that you had no fucking clue.
I have no fucking clue what's in here. Okay.
To whom it may
To whom it
concern.
may concern. Please find attached the samples we have printed for you in our multi-jet fusion system. We hope that you meet our expectations. We are looking forward to receiving your feedback. Have a great day.
Yep.
Holy
And there-
fucking shit. Oh, that's
Do you see the
amazing.
picture?
I do see the picture. That's
Yes.
fucking... holy
Now put it together.
so much detail. Oh my god. Okay. It's over there.
So for those playing the home game, so what is it?
It's a dice tower, right?
Yes, it is a dice tower, but it is the tower of sacrifice.
Yeah.
So it is not only a dice tower, it is a Warhammer
dice tower.
40K dice tower.
Christ.
Oh yeah, I packed everything individually, so good luck with that.
Oh my god. So we've got where the dice land.
Yep. Which that slots in beautifully to
Yeah.
the main base.
Wow, those are really good. Really high, like, way better quality than when I worked there. Gotta say.
We've had a few improvements since those days. There is one that was technically a failed print, but I gave it to you anyway because I figure you can
Oh.
use it for something.
Yeah, I could totally fuck with that.
Yeah.
Because I see what you're talking about here.
Yeah.
But no, I could fuck with that. Because
I figured
the important part is there. I can
Yes.
make that work.
So that's like an extra piece I just threw in there,
Nice.
so you can do whatever with,
So much bubble wrap. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude. I
Jeez.
like I said,
oh my
I
god, there's a
individually.
basket with tiny bits in here.
Yes, those are like the
Jesus.
tiny bits and other shit.
Now I'm just thinking of the Rick and Morty little bits. Okay.
Just
That's
put
the top.
that in
Okay,
your
these
mouth.
are the pokey bit at the top. Okay.
Yeah, pokey bit at the top.
Oh, that's big.
I think that's one of the sides of the tower.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I only printed it. Oh yeah, that's one of the sides of the tower.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have fun with this. Oh, that's
Oh
gorgeous.
yeah. The detail.
That is
It's
beautiful.
yeah.
The fucking Sisters of Battle shit. Ah, it's a little skull on the back.
Yeah, so like the skulls, the ones with the little skulls donate the front and back of the tower, and then there's specific left
okay.
and right sides. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes. I'm more curious to just watch this thing get painted. Like that's
Yeah,
my whole thing.
I'm excited to paint this.
I'm pretty sure it's like 11 or 13 inches tall when it's all
not,
fully assembled.
It's not small. That's for damn sure.
No. Yeah, I think that's either a left or a right side.
Yeah, because you can see it's got the
Yeah, the slots for the dicey part to roll.
I actually appreciate this much bubble wrap because I intend to send things. So,
Oh yeah, you're good.
another side.
The fun part is I don't know how the front and back sides of the tower go on because there's no slotted ways for them. So it's going to take. Oh yeah, but there's nothing on the base for them to sit in.
Oh,
I don't know why those were ever included.
that's what super glue.
I looked at this model and I was like, well, he's gonna have to fucking figure it out because I don't want to do anything. I was like, I could probably mod this, but I was like, it's whatever.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with that. Okay, here's the little knock around bits.
Oh yeah, there's your stair pieces.
Nope.
I think I think I bagged
stairs.
this. Yeah.
So those slot into the.
Yep, those slot in, and they are pretty snug already. I don't know if you have to glue them. You probably will, but you might actually need to like cut them down a little bit just to be sure.
We'll see.
But yeah, then there's the main base.
This is awesome.
I figured you would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck could he? God, wow, that's amazing. So that goes there.
Yeah, the sides fit up in those little notches. It's just the front and back that sit weird.
Yeah. Then.
This is your problem now. So.
Right. Okay, so they're different.
They're keyed.
They
Like
are.
one side should be a little bit wider than the other. This is riveting. I love how
this is solid podcast.
This is the episode that you have to watch because otherwise you're just completely fucking lost.
Right? Oh wow, they are keyed. Okay.
It's got to slide it in the slot.
That. Oh my. That in there. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it was a tight fit. You might have to like shave it down a little bit to actually get it comfortably to fit.
I've got sanding materials. Oh, no, that's going in. Yeah, I won't have to glue that. I'll just glue everything else. And we've got a front. Yeah, there's no thing for the front and back.
Yep.
What the fuck, man?
I don't know.
Oh.
I couldn't figure that out. Oh, and he broke it.
And I broke it.
All right, future painting streams right there.
Future painting streams. Oh man, for days.
I figured that'd keep you busy for at least like a week or two.
At least a week. Okay, it's in there. I'm just trying to get it together to show people. And then there's this. Okay, and then this.
Yeah, the grate that fits up top.
Top. Okay. And then these spikes go on the corners.
They actually go on the lower base.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see where they
Yeah, there might be little spots that kind of do.
yeah, there's little like divots, and then that goes there. Oop. Like so.
Nice.
That's amazing. And this is huge.
That's what she said.
Massive. That is what she said. God damn. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Yes, so it's your Christmas/birthday present.
I am excited. Huh. Okay. We'll switch back. Ah. There. Hey, look at that. Like it never happened.
Did it. Like it never happened.
And then I've got a little
You might need to move that other camera so I can see.
Oh, fine, I guess. I suppose.
Damn. This is a solid unboxing. We should do one every year.
Right? I mean, hey, if you're going to keep giving me shit like that, fuck yeah. I didn't realize how small that guy was compared to the rest of the stuff you've got. The one I painted?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the smallest. I think Blackheart's the biggest, just based on the base and everything. But I mean, that's not an interesting paint because he's literally just fucking black. So it's like, oh, okay.
He's got spiky bits.
Yeah, but he's all black.
There are ways.
Blackheart as a whole.
There are ways to make black interesting.
I guess so. Yeah, I think he is the smallest out of everything.
Because he didn't feel small when I was painting him. Not at all.
No. And I mean, now that you've seen the tower, like that's
right.
That's the whole thing. You know what? I think I'm going with Kona. I think Kona's going to be the next one. I want to shoots. Let's go to shoots. I'm 4 down. I don't know where you're at, but
I am halfway through my second beer.
All right. Feel like you got 24s though, right?
I got 16s.
Or 16s? Okay. Just trying to make sure that I'm not losing this game that I'm playing with myself. So since nobody else is playing, just me.
I gotta break the seal.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Black Beet Porter is good shit.
Oh, it's just so the Elysian Space Dust is good. It's very fruity almost. Not so crazy, but just then go into that porter. Oof. That tastes good.
I gotta break the seal.
You're gonna leave me here alone?
You got shit to talk about.
Do I?
You always do.
Anymore. Yeah, it's true. Talk about the uprising of the people. All right. We're doing it. We're going solo. How's everybody doing out there in podcast land? I'm not going to lie. This is a good episode because I'm so relaxed this time around. I am on my holiday break. It's fantastic. I've been enjoying it, even though it's only been a few days. Actually, a couple of days. I technically worked on Monday, and today is Wednesday. I'm really. This is one of the few times. Oh, excuse me. I am looking forward to Christmas. We don't have anything big planned. Christmas Eve, we're just going to spend some time with just a little bit of family. Nothing major, obviously, due to COVID times, but it's going to be nice. I feel like it's going to be nice. I've got a positive attitude. I've got this beautiful new desk that my girlfriend got for me. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to the holidays, which is weird. It's weird for me to say that, chat. It's really weird for me to say that. You're already back? I thought you were going to take longer.
Oh, man, I pushed it out.
You're not supposed to do that. It's bad.
I pushed it out.
No, I was just letting them know I'm looking for once. I'm actually looking forward to the holidays because we don't have anything big. We just got a couple little things planned, and I don't know. I guess just maybe being on break and probably having alcohol in me right now. It's just like, yeah, everything seems okay right now.
I'm not. I'm not totally bummed for the holidays either. Nor am I totally bummed for my birthday. Like I won't get to spend my birthday with my family like I normally do, given the circumstances. But
yeah,
I'm very lucky that I've gotten friends who actually recognize how shitty my birthday placement is and make a point to actually try and celebrate my birthday with me.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, that's what we did just now. I mean,
yeah.
I don't even say it's your birthday, Christmas, I guess. But
right.
For those of you who don't know, his birthday is on the 25th.
My birthday is on December 25th.
So he shares his birthday the same day as Santa, when Santa was born.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that Simpsons episode. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Oh,
I need to watch like the golden era of The Simpsons.
it's all on my Plex.
I know. I need to do that. I
Oh,
also saw you got. I was gonna say
South Park is live.
I
Home
saw
Improvement is now live.
I saw you got South Park, and not only did you get South Park, you got the banned episodes of South Park. That was the
I got
first.
everything on there.
That was the first thing I checked when I saw you when I saw you had South Park. I checked to make sure you had Super Best Friends and 200 and 201.
Dude, when I get shit, I get shit. You know that.
You don't fuck around, my dude.
I don't fuck around. I wasn't gonna play that bullshit.
That was
band specific
that
episodes.
was the first thing
garbage.
it was like, ooh, Kevin has South Park. I wonder, because every time, I used to watch South Park through South Park Studios.
Yep.
And then I would watch it, and then that became shitty because you had to have a Hulu subscription to not have ads.
Yep.
And it wouldn't let you watch it with an ad block. And then I got a Hulu subscription because I wanted a Hulu. There was something on Hulu that I wanted to watch. So I ended up getting a Hulu subscription. And I've enjoyed having a Hulu subscription when I've had it.
Are you premium where it's no ads?
I would always get the ad-free version.
Which I'm not gonna lie, and this is probably the alcohol talking at this point because I've now hit that point of like that good spot. If you pay for a fucking subscription, you should not have goddamn ads at all, regardless of the fucking price point.
100%. If I'm paying for a subscription, I don't want fucking ads.
Regardless, like if it's $5, if it's $10, if it's $15. You should not have fucking ads, regardless of what you fucking.
It's the same problem I have with Stadia. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to buy a game and then maintain a $10 a month subscription to play that game. I bought a $60 game on Steam. I can just play that game on Steam instead of I bought a $60 game on Stadia. I have to pay $10 a month to keep playing that game. Oh, money's tight. Too fucking bad.
You know what's funny? Since we did that episode where I signed up for Stadia live on the podcast, I never fucking touched it again.
Yeah,
because like, what was the point? Like, they don't support ultra wide. They don't support 1440p. Yep. It's either 1080 or 4K.
Yep.
What? Why would you fucking handicap yourself? Like, that's the most R-worded move I've ever fucking seen by a company like Google.
Why would you limit yourself to not support one of the most popular resolutions in gaming? Because
outside of 1080p.
Because 1440p is becoming the new 1080.
It is. Which, great. That's good. You know what? That is a great push for the overall monitor market, in my opinion.
It is.
I you know, look, I'm not gonna say 4K isn't the future. 4K is awesome. 4K is great. The problem is 4K panels cost too fucking much money to get a 4K performance monitor. Not to mention, technology still really isn't there. I shouldn't have to spend $1,500 to get and maintain like 4K 60. That's a problem. Which means that's a problem going forward. Which means we got at least 2 to 3 years before it's going to be affordable to game in 4K.
Yep.
So. Yeah, but again, subscriptions, if I'm paying for a subscription and you're going to show me ads, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's the big takeaway
I'm already giving you money. You don't need more money.
God damn it, I might have to pee. And also,
man, I love
alcohol because it's you got to go solo. You know what? I'm making you go solo.
You know what? It's fair. That's fair. I'm just going to gush over what you gave me because these are fucking amazing. The detail in this is just incredible. This is a little bit better shot. Just I'll hold one up so I can look at it. Just the scroll around the sword and the roses and the skulls on the bottom. Like I'm as soon as I saw these, I'm just like, okay, how am I gonna paint this? What am I gonna do? How can I make this look good? Like, I think I'm gonna make the wings gold. like solid gold wings and then paint the actual character like a standard Sister of Battle with the black armor and then the gold accents. And like, I think I'll do red roses for sure. Like I'm just going over my paint plan for this,
man,
because I'm excited to see. Like I'm already thinking of how I want to paint this. I'm excited. This is dope.
Good. I mean, I expected I expected that you would be excited. I mean, to paint anything, to be honest. Like,
well, and like it's not just you picked a Warhammer thing. You picked a Warhammer thing that's my favorite faction. I love the Sisters of Battle. Sisters, like, as soon as I found out that the Sisters of Battle were just like, oh, hi, nuns on crack.
Yeah. And I also picked something that also overlaps with the fact that you play D&D. So.
Right. And like and I would even use this for Warhammer because there's a lot of dice rolling in Warhammer.
Yeah. So I mean,
you gotta drop all them D6s just
it fits every purpose and facet of tabletop gameplay. And the funny thing is, I had that in my my overall folder for Fun Bucket stuff that I wanted printed. It just worked out that, you know, I had it and was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna print this shit for Zach. Like, and then it lined up perfectly where we needed shit to print.
And you even
make
like
shit to print.
You even gave me a thing to test paint on.
Well, not just test paint.
Well,
I figured you could use that for like a model or whatever you want to do.
Well,
that's
likely what this is going to end up being is test paint scheme.
Yeah,
because it's got the wings on it, it's got the main body on it, it's got the character, the flowers, the sword. It's got enough on here that I could test whatever paint scheme I'm going to try.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked.
I'm looking forward to seeing that, like, go from mono bullshit to just like fucking pristine.
Because you saw what I could do for your little boy.
Oh yeah,
which that's one of my favorite paint jobs that I've ever done. Yeah, you haven't showed it off on the show. Is it gonna? You might need to pull it back a little.
Autofocus, you bastard.
Oh, there it goes. There it is. Yeah, that's one of my favorite paint jobs that I've done. It just came together so well. I was thinking about, okay, I definitely wanted to do, because I had it set in phases. It's get it to you know, pristine. This is what this mech looked like at its prime, and then gudge it the fuck up.
Yeah, and the funny thing is it's like I told Jacob at work. I was like, dude, I handed him essentially plastic. Yeah. And he gave me back something that looks like it's made out of fucking metal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that works. That was the
first thing that my friend like said too. I posted that.
You drew a diagram on your desk and you fucking like were reading from a book and then you fucking transmuted that shit. Like, I don't know. Like,
and that was the thing that my friend said too, is I posted that in my little like project sharing channel on my Discord server, and my friend's like, that looks like metal. That looks like it's a die cast metal with paint chipping off of it. And I was like, yes. Because I literally all I did with the metallic to get that look was I used a sponge. Yeah, I used a little piece of foam like this here.
Yeah.
I just pulled a chunk off and dabbed a little bit in the metal, dabbed most of it off, and just dabbed it on the wear spots. And then on the specific corners, I went over it with a brighter silver to really give it that worn look. And then I hit it, or I did the dabs, and then I hit it with a rust sort of effect paint that I have, and then I went over the corners with silver to really make it look like it was worn to sell the effect.
I love it. I love it. Like, it's easily, I mean, obviously it's right here standing out in front.
Yeah.
Because
it looks the best out of everything you've got.
You know what's funny is I had this one dyed and it's just been chilling like on my desk, and I don't know where it came from specifically, but there's like specific areas of like overexposure maybe to like sun or something. But it's been sitting in like the deep recesses of my desk.
It looks
So
like it's
I'm not
fading, is what I'm seeing.
like, and I don't know if that's just the camera or the lighting right now, because to me it still looks, pretty dark. But
because I remember that piece. It was a real dark green.
it was, and I think it may have faded a little bit. That's what I've had this. Oh God, I've had it for at least a year now, I think.
Oh no, you got that before I left. It's been 2 years.
Has it? No, there's no way it's been.
It's been 2 years.
I'm gonna say a year and a half. I don't think it's been 2, because I had it dye. Like the dye process took forever for this one, just because it was in queue. But that said, this fucking thing refuses to roll 20s for me. So, I mean, she is a fickle bitch. If obviously it is Cthulhu. So
right.
Right. It's do I need to like actually cut myself and rub blood on this? I don't know.
You might.
I've come close to the thought of just
I could paint it to look like that.
I know, and that's the funny thing. I was just gonna say, like, seeing the stuff that you've done, part of me wants to like give this to you and just like make it look like somebody's just rubbed like their hand, like bloody hand.
Like
over
I actually have a blood effect paint.
Do you?
Yeah.
See, it's so tempting, and yet at the same time,
do I have a picture of that on this phone?
Maybe we'll have to see going into the next year how fiscally sound I am after the holiday season.
Yeah, because like we talked about, the first one's free, but you gotta pay
first one's the first one's free due to
the first one was payment for you
financial
funding
obligations towards the podcast, which again, as much as you want to be like, this is life changing, dude, for me this shit is always going to be fun. I obviously look, we're having a drunk drinking episode with unboxing.
I'm gonna post a picture. Oh come on, I know I've got it.
Oh man.
I know I have.
Feel like I'm gonna finish all this beer. I'm not gonna. How far in are we right now?
We just hit an hour and a half.
Let's go.
Let's just go, man.
Let's just go.
Let's just do what we're gonna do.
3. If we hit 3,
I think we can do it.
Hit 3.
I think we can do it.
It doesn't even feel like an hour and a half right now, because of the magic juice makes time go by quickly. So
here we go. I'm gonna send this to Kevin. Send it. So this is an example of what the blood effect paint looks like.
All right.
Because my friend was just like, "Oh, hey, I have a bunch of Fallout minis. If you want to paint those, I don't care what they look like, just as long as you do." So here's a super mutant.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. That looks fantastic. I like it. I hate that there's minis for everything, because that is fucking dangerous for me financially.
There's a Fallout tabletop game that uses these minis.
And it's a very dangerous thing, because for me, like, I was a big like action figure collector in my childhood growing up.
Number 3.
Like, so for me, like Gundam was huge. I love giant robots.
I have a friend who's real into Gunpla. Like he builds them, and he really like he's into Gunpla like I am into mini painting.
Yeah, so like for me, I had pretty much every action figure, which unfortunately I sold at a decent price. I'm not gonna lie, but I regret it. Just like how I regret selling my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a majority of my Pokemon cards, and other shit in my childhood because I'm a R word, but like, I'm just, it's one of those things where I look back and I'm like, fuck, dude, I wish I would have kept this shit.
Oh, on the subject of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and just getting rid of them, did you see the thing I posted about Critical?
I saw that, yeah.
Or he's just like, oh, hey, here's all my like good shit that I just have too much of.
Part of me wanted to be like, oh, I guess he's that must have hit him hard in the wallet. But
it's definitely a factor, but it's something that
no. You saw did you either posted the video or I saw a video. He responded to that because like people on live stream fail were like, oh my god, he's gonna go broke, da 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 da. And he was like, dude, he's like, listen here, this is what I get just from Twitch subscriptions. Keyword, just Twitch subscriptions, not donations, or not even tips, not YouTube views, nothing like that. And he was like, it was some ungodly amount of money. And I mean, here's the thing for me personally, big Twitch people, I don't worry about their financial income.
No.
Why?
No.
Because they're doing just fucking fine. Like, you know,
I was actually watching one of my mini painters, and the subject of, like, he did his annual Patreon Q&A, and he's just like, you know, how much money do I make? Like, the question came up of how much money does he make, and he's like, you know, sometimes I can do as little as only $1,000 a month, which, like, $1,000 a month isn't great, but he says on a lot of my videos I do like up to $6,000 a month, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? 6,000? But he says he's one of those that I trust. Almost all of the money he makes goes back into what he's creating. Yeah,
well, I want to feel like that's most, like, big streamers or YouTubers.
We can hope, for sure.
I mean, let's be honest, that they know that's their bread and butter. Yeah. I don't think, you know, people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on Pokemon card openings. Right. They'd be like, oh, this isn't going to pay off. Like,
well, and that's what's so funny to me is how big card opening has become. Because I look at people like Egoraptor, Aaron Hansen, who months before it became super popular started a YouTube channel called Shuffle Master, because it was a meme that was on so there's the Game Grumps, and then he created a separate channel called the Grumps that he hosts specifically, like the 10-minute Power Hour and like a couple other things, where it's like the 10-minute Power Hour, and then he does like a Q&A video with him and Dan. So there's the Game Grumps where they play video games. There's the Grumps where they do live action stuff. And on the Grumps, specifically the 10-minute Power Hour, he did a thing. Like, they ended up doing a thing that was sponsored by Magic Arena.
Ooh.
And they did it. Aaron had never played Magic before, right?
Really?
He had never gotten into it. Dan played way back when. Aaron had never gotten into it. He did that sponsored thing. It awoke something in him, and he became obsessed with Magic.
Magic is dangerous.
Magic is a drug. But it became like, oh man, I'm the Shuffle Master. So he created an entire YouTube channel called Shuffle Master, where it's literally just him opening cards. Yu-Gi or Digimon, Pokemon, Magic.
Oh my god.
He'll get classic cards. He'll get new sets. He'll just stream himself opening packs.
I forgot about Digimon.
Right? And he'll get like he doesn't get a huge amount of views, but he enjoys what he does. He's all about like, I love what I do. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care about like, I make money. I don't care.
I wish I wish I could figure that out for fucking streaming. Just be like, I love streaming this fucking game. I wish I could figure that out, because all right, let me just compose myself here, because part of it is alcohol talking, but it's just like, you know, Call of Duty was good for a while because I was streaming, I was playing with friends.
You're streaming your COD.
We were having a good fucking time. Like, it was 6 of us in a fucking party, just like talking shit to randos. That shit was great. The problem is, like, that died off, because Activision, being the shitty fucking publisher they are, they got to push out a COD every year, and the next... Look, Cold War's garbage, all right? Look, I said it here, hot take, it's garbage.
I haven't heard any, but like, everybody went nuts for Black Ops 4, everybody went nuts for Warzone. I haven't heard. It's been crickets for Cold War.
Here's the thing. So Modern Warfare came out. It was fantastic. The gunplay was fantastic. The sounds were fantastic. The handling of weapons, having real recoil and sway was
Felt-
fantastic.
It was tight.
Easily the best fucking gunplay we've had in a Call of Duty in goddamn years. Like, I was fucking just on that shit. 6 fucking seasons. I did every fucking challenge to get, max rank in all the fucking seasons. Every fucking season from 1 to 6. I have everything done, completed. Like, I have platinum on all my guns. I won't go for Damascus because that's a fucking grind that I don't give a shit about. But still, to get platinum on everything, that's a big goddamn thing. And then
it's no small achievement.
And Warzone comes out. It's a massive hit for BR. Why? Because again, the gunplay is tight. The fucking everything is there. Like it's built on the Modern Warfare.
I have 2 friends
engine.
that have played most of the major BR games that have come out, and they've been like, Warzone is the best BR game.
It is. It flows really well. And then it's like, oh, Cold War's going to come out, and it's like, all right, I tried the free weekend that lasted 30 minutes, and I was like, this is fucking garbage. The movement was garbage. The guns, they didn't have any fucking soul to them whatsoever. They all shot with no recoil. They didn't have good sound. Like, it was terrible.
There's no heart.
And I was like,
which is
there's
just
no heart and soul. I fucking tried, dude. I must have played for like it was probably longer than 30 minutes, but I played for like probably 3 hours trying to figure out like what makes this game good. What sets it apart? What makes it like the next best installment? Oh my god, there's Tyrion. And I couldn't find any love for it whatsoever. It was unfortunate because it's like I tried to figure out why it was supposed to be the next Call of Duty, and it was just kind of like, oh, well, it's cold, it's Black Ops and it's Cold War, so you guys should just like it, right? Like that was the whole thought process on my mind at that point.
And that's that's one of the things that's been an issue with me with the Call of Duty series is like, well, it's a Call of Duty game. You guys are gonna like it, right?
Yeah, and I hate that. I wish Activision would fucking step back and just be like, you know what? We did the yearly cycle. We made our fucking money. Like let's step back and let's go every other year. Like, let's give these games a proper actual run.
Yeah.
Instead of the yearly bullshit that we keep throwing out.
Yep.
And at this point, they fucked up. They didn't realize it. They're like, oh, fuck. And it's at the point now where they're trying to integrate all this Cold War shit into Warzone, and it's absolute garbage. People hate it on both sides. The Modern Warfare community hates it. The Warzone community hates it. The Cold War people fucking hate it. They don't even like the game they're playing.
Yep.
And of course, I'm basing this off of Reddit, so it's not a majority source, but it's still a source that is very much representative. It's a source. It's a source that's still representative, and it's just like, man, nobody's fucking happy, but they're still trying to shoehorn this shit in. And it's just, dude, you know what pisses me off? So like I said, season 1 through 6 on Modern Warfare, I did everything. I got all the ribbons, everything fucking done. They took that out.
What?
So I could go back and see all that shit, all my achievements. They stripped them completely out. To shoehorn like Cold War bullshit in there.
Wow.
They completely stripped it out. So it's like, what was the fucking point? What was the point of me grinding out seasons, like doing all these fucking challenges and shit, if you're literally just going to be like, oh, well, Cold War's out, so yeah, Activision's just telling Infinity Ward, yeah, just strip this out. We got to make room for other shit. And it's like, why?
That's been their model the whole time, because how many people do you hear talking about Black Ops 4 anymore?
Well, nobody talks about it because it was
exactly.
It wasn't successful. But here's the thing. Infinity Ward and Raven Studios created something amazing with fucking Modern Warfare and Warzone, and now it's like they're going back and trying to shoehorn this shit in, and now it's like, oh, nobody is enjoying it whatsoever. And it's just kind of like, oh man, I really want this shit to really just blow up in their face. It probably won't. They're not going to learn their lesson because they've been doing it for fucking years. but it's just it makes me I don't even want to play. That's how bad it is. Where it's like I have friends that still play Warzone because they enjoy Warzone, but for me it's like I did all this shit and then they're just gonna strip that shit away from me.
Yeah.
Like make it seem like I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck was the point of me playing then? Like what was the point of me putting in all those hours?
Well,
what was the point of Shasta yelling at me saying you play too much goddamn Call of Duty? You know, like
it's getting you ready for the next game. That's all they care about.
And it's just, you know, at that point I can't support it anymore. Like this was the first Call of Duty I came back to since Modern Warfare 3 way back on the 360. And now I'm at a point where it's like, God, I don't even think I want to get the next Modern Warfare iteration because obviously they're not going to fucking support their player base when it's all said and done.
I played Black Ops 4 only because my friend who I was account sharing with had it. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. It was fucking terrible.
Well, and if I remember right, and correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't have a single player, did they?
Black Ops 4 was strictly multiplayer. It was a hero. As much as people will push back, it was a hero shooter.
Yeah.
Because you're playing as a character.
Yeah.
Like the only multiplayer there was the tutorial for each character.
Yeah, and it was garbage. I mean, people played it for a little bit because it was the most fleshed out BR game. And then
it was, that was the thing is when it launched, it wasn't even a BR game.
Not initially, no, but people knew that BR was coming, and it was going to be the first like AAA developer battle royale. Mm-hmm. So that's why people were excited.
It was the precursor to Warzone.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, Treyarch really dropped the fucking ball on it because people didn't play it too long before they went back to Fortnite and Apex and shit.
Exactly.
But again, Warzone, Infinity Ward, Raven Studios, they were like, hey, this is, it's one of the first BRs that I've really enjoyed because it's consistent. There's no bullshit. Except now, when they're trying to shoehorn all of Cold War into it, it becomes absolute fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Because you've got guns with actual gunplay that have real recoil, real sway, real everything. And now you're putting Black Ops guns in there which have none of that. No recoil, no sway. Just like, hey, look, I'm aiming down sights and I'm like a fucking ion cannon from Command and Conquer, just fucking shit up. Like it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Suddenly God mode.
Yeah. It's just bad. It's bad, and I wish I could get around it, and it's just I can't because everybody wants to play with Black Ops guns because they're fucking laser beams. Like that's not the point of a shooter. Like the point of a shooter is to like really test you as can you play an FPS game, which is why I'm looking forward to Escape from Tarkov's next update because they're doing a big update. They're completely wiping, so everybody's starting out from level 1 again. And that is a game where it's like, holy shit, gunplay is number 1, everything else is number 2.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's my rant. I probably have to pee again here soon because I broke the seal and I've been drinking like a goddamn monster. Yeah, it's good. You know what? It's going to be an episode where I probably have to piss like 5 or 6 times.
It makes up for all the times I've done it. Ugh, man.
Yeah, but I'm feeling good. Alcohol is flowing through my veins.
Right.
I don't know if I'm slurring yet. I'm sure that'll come eventually.
You've had a couple stutters, but that's about it.
Probably. I feel like that's natural though, because
you just did it right
special.
Then. You just did it right then.
Yeah, whatever. All right, we did the unboxing. We did the Steam Awards. We've been drinking nonstop, or at least I have. I don't know what you're doing over there. Did you see
number 3?
Did you see what I posted in Discord with the KFC launching their console?
Yeah, and I looked into it and I was like, okay, it's a mini PC using last gen RTX, which is not bad.
it's it's like a fucking beautiful meme. What is with KFC this year, dude? They released
KFC is the new Wendy's when it comes to social media. That's for damn sure.
Oh, I don't even. It's confusing, but it feels right for the year. Like 2020 just feels like,
Right.
yeah, we need a fast food company to release a Hallmark movie, a console,
And the whole like that was the thing with that was the thing with the Lifetime movie is it wasn't even bad. Like it was as good as you'd expect a Lifetime movie to be, but it was only 15 minutes and they fit every Lifetime movie trope ever into these movies, into this 15-minute short film, which is like what the actual, like they had the conniving backstabbing mother, they had the like shitty privileged white guy who wanted to fucking who proposed to the main character. They had like, did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Right? It was just like, what the fuck is happening? And then like they had the token gay black character who goes to meet a guy at the country club and he sees the mother and the would-be fiance plotting and talking about the time at the lake house. It was so beautifully horrible.
Is KFC gonna go into 2021 just full meme?
KFC has taken what Wendy's did and turned it up to 11. Because Wendy's had that hardcore, just snarky, shit posty social media, and KFC was like, you know what? Let's just turn this up to 11. Let's create a visual novel.
Yep.
A tabletop RPG.
Yep.
A Lifetime movie.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's sponsor a mini PC that can heat up your fucking chicken.
Like any other year, I would have been like, "This is April Fool's." Just
even in the fucking article that you post is like in the blurb I see on Discord is like, I had to look twice at the date on my computer to make sure it wasn't April 1st.
It's unreal, and I go for it. I fully embrace it. Meme it up. Fuck it. Like, we're going 2020 full meme. Is KFC going to be like the 2021 just like top tier fast food restaurant everything? Yo, Wendy's, we got a fucking, Telenova essentially. We got a fucking PC. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
You know what? I fully embrace the year of the fast food marketing schemes, but you know what? Fuck you, Burger King.
Yeah. Unless you pay us a lot of money.
Unless you're going to give us you give us a lot of money, go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Don't pop in here. Don't really pop in here with your $5 donation. Get fucked. Get bent. I don't give a shit. You know what?
I'm not gonna lie though. A Bacon King sounds really good right now.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Honestly, anything
I live within a quarter mile of a Burger King. That is so dangerous.
All right, I'm what, six down.
I'm just gonna have to be that guy. And
are you getting Burger King right now?
No, we're just going to the bathroom together.
Oh, are we?
I'm just gonna edit this out.
All right, edit this out. I gotta pee.